What's up, guys? Mickle here, and we have some crazy things going on in the market right now. We just found out about two massive events coming down the pipeline that could cause a ton of sell pressure to hit the cryptocurrency market. In this video, I want to break down exactly what these two events are, how I think they're going to impact the market, but most importantly, whether or not I believe that these market events could actually already be priced into cryptocurrencies right now. Make sure to stick around for that. You're not going to want to miss it. I also quickly want to go over some upcoming filings in the Ripple SEC case. We haven't seen any big motions in a while. I want to show you guys exactly what we're waiting for because we are currently waiting on a huge filing out of Ripple that's going to be very significant to this case going forward. You guys are definitely not going to want to miss that. Last of all, at the end of the video, I want to go back over a clip I showed you guys the other day where a highly connected member of the XRP community predicted a huge market event coming in the next 4 weeks that could cause the Ripple SEC case to settle. Guys, in this video, I want to show you what I believe that market event is gonna play out to be. If this individual was correct with his prediction, guys, I'm gonna break down exactly what the prediction was, how XRP solves this problem, and how something we saw happen today directly plays into this narrative being built up. Guys, make sure to stick around till the end of the video. You are definitely not gonna want to miss this. Like always, if you guys are new to this channel or come here all the time, please take a second to hit the like and subscribe button down below. It goes such a long way in helping this channel grow, and it really does mean so much to me. If you guys are ever looking for a good place to buy some XRP, make sure to check out the link in the description below. With that said though, let's jump right into it, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. So guys, with all the craziness and turmoil going on in the markets right now, I think it's more important than ever to diversify your portfolio. Inflation is currently running rampant and destroying the value of our bank accounts. Because of this, I think it is more important than ever to look for places you can hedge against this inflation. And with large publications like Bloomberg dropping headlines like this, art is an investment to appreciate, Market Insider who says investors should buy real assets as inflation reaches a secular turning point, and Forbes who notes that art is emerging as an investment against inflation. I think it's more important than ever to be paying very close attention to the art sector, which has appreciated 33% annually from 1973 to 1981, an appreciation that has outpaced both gold and real estate. That is exactly why I have teamed up with Masterworks, who provides the best place in the industry to purchase fine art. With inflation still rising, demand for Masterworks keeps climbing, and there is currently a wait list. Because I have partnered with Masterworks, this will allow you guys to actually skip the wait list. Make sure to check out the link for that down in the description below and sign up for Masterworks now. So guys, something pretty crazy that happened today in the world of Mickle. I was on Twitter today and Cryptoairy actually tweeted out to me and told me that she never misses one of my videos. This was pretty awesome. She's someone who I watched forever before I actually started making my own videos. It was super cool to see her actually say that. It was pretty much the best compliment I think any XRP community member could get. So thank you so much to Cryptoairy. Definitely made my day. I thought it was so cool, and I watched every single one of her videos too, so right back at her. So guys, I want to quickly go over exactly what we're currently waiting on in the Ripple SEC case, because we haven't seen a big motion in a while now, but we're actually waiting on something massive to come down the pipeline. Thank God we have James K Flynn in the XRP community, always keeping us up to date on what we should be waiting for. And if we take a look at something he posted on Twitter a couple weeks ago, we can see that the next big motion we're currently waiting on is actually for Ripple to file their objection to the SEC objecting to handing over the Bill Hinman Ethereum free pass emails. Essentially, a few weeks back, the SEC objected to Judge Torres on all Judge Netburn's decisions to force the SEC to hand over the Bill Hinman Ethereum free pass documents to Ripple. The SEC essentially went to Judge Torres and said, look, Judge Netburn got all the rulings on this issue wrong. We want you to reconsider her decisions. So now what we're waiting on out of Ripple is for them to actually file their response to the SEC objecting to Judge Torres. Now, I am very excited for this response because I believe Ripple is really going to let the SEC have it in this response. We know that Ripple is already sick and tired of the SEC delaying this case, and we have already heard from multiple lawyers on Twitter that the SEC actually objecting to Judge Netburn's rulings to Judge Torres was nothing more than a delay tactic. There is no way Judge Torres is going to rule differently than Judge Netburn because they have been working together on most of this case. If Judge Torres was just going to object to all Judge Netburn's decisions, Judge Netburn would have never taken so much time on her responses to the SEC's prior arguments on this issue. Judge Netburn took her time to carefully dismantle all the SEC's arguments, and this would be completely pointless if Judge Torres was just going to object to all her rulings. Now, because of this, Ripple's essentially going to have a free pass to lay into the SEC for wasting so much time in this case. Now, Ripple's obviously going to spend a lot of time also arguing why the SEC's objection is incorrect, but we already kind of know that there's no way the SEC is going to win on this issue. Therefore, I have a feeling Ripple's really going to come out swinging in this filing. Realistically, they probably hardly have to even argue why the SEC is wrong because it's so blatantly obvious to everyone. But with that said, I am super excited to see this filing because I just have a feeling that the SEC is going to get laid into and it is going to be a really bad look for them to the court. So now let's move on and cover some pretty big catalysts that are coming down the pipeline that could have a negative effect on the market. Earlier today, and this is out of Documenting Ripple, Microstrategy outs Michael Saylor as their CEO and calls him their clinically insane Bitcoin maxi CEO. I also think Michael Saylor is completely insane. I don't see why people have so much respect for him, but either way, it looks like Microstrategy didn't. Now, the negative catalyst that could come out of this, because honestly, losing Michael Saylor as their CEO is probably a good thing. The negative is Michael Saylor and Microstrategy, or just Microstrategy at this point, might end up dumping a lot of their Bitcoin. I have a feeling most of their Bitcoin purchases were driven by Michael Saylor. So if Michael Saylor is gone, that begs the question, are they also going to get rid of their Bitcoin? So obviously, if Microstrategy has not already dumped their Bitcoin, if they are going to dump their Bitcoin, it will impact the market. And I bet every single cryptocurrency would get hit simply because that's how this market works. But the important thing I said there is if they already hadn't dumped their Bitcoin. One thing we learned from when Tesla got rid of its Bitcoin is that the public didn't actually know about Tesla getting rid of its Bitcoin until a couple months later after it already happened. We very well could be in the same situation with MicroStrategy where they already could have sold a large majority of the Bitcoin and it already hit the market and we just haven't realized it yet. Now, another equally large event that could be coming down the pipeline is also Mt. Gox. A lot of former members of Mt. Gox, and I don't have a lot of time to really get into this, were defrauded from their Bitcoin a long time ago. A lot of those people are actually getting their Bitcoin back, and there's a lot of speculation that this will get dumped on the market. In my opinion, this is likely already priced in. Even if we have a short-term liquidity event where a ton of Bitcoin hits the market, I can't see this having a huge effect on the price just because typically when things are already known that are about to hit the market, they tend to not really have a big effect on price. Typically, price is driven by things that are unknown, things people don't expect to happen. So the Mt. Gox thing, I think, is less of a big deal. If Bitcoin was going to sell off from the MicroStrategy news, I think it would actually front run the event actually happening, or the event could have already happened. Either way, I don't think these are going to be too impactful. I think they're just short-term narratives. It's just people who eventually were going to get rid of their Bitcoin anyway. It'll probably get eaten up by others. Other cryptocurrencies will likely take a quick hit, but guys, that is a buying opportunity. These are the times you want to buy. They have no impact on the fundamentals. It's short liquidity events. That liquidity will get eaten up by whales. It's just going to take a little bit of time. So guys, now finally, I want to quickly go over a very interesting clip that I actually showed you guys the other day. I want to show you a very quick part of this clip again, but then I want to go over exactly what I believe this market event is. Now, Jimmy Valley is a highly connected securities lawyer in the XRP community. I want to quickly play you what he had to say in this interview and then break down exactly what I think he could be talking about. Guys, his timetable for when this is going to happen is in the next 4 weeks. This clip was taken about a week ago, so something big could be around the corner. Listen up closely.
That's all supposed to come together in November. I believe that we're going to have a market event. I don't know what that's going to be, but I believe they're going to have a market event within the next 4 weeks that is going to be so profound that they will have to come to the judge and beg for a resolution.
Even SEC?
Even the SEC, the federal government will basically have to get together and say, we've got to come together on this. and get the clarity now, because this event will be so significant. You'll have to have the use of the asset.
So he claims that he knows of an event. He claims he doesn't know the exact event, but you don't talk like that unless you know the event. Jimmy Valley says here that in the next 4 weeks, we are going to see a resolution in the Ripple SEC case because the US government is essentially going to need XRP. So what is the only thing the US government could ever need XRP for that badly? Well, that would be a huge liquidity event. And Jerome Powell has gone on the record and said it himself that in times of stress, the US markets are not liquid enough because our technology is not there yet. XRP would solve this liquidity problem, but who is to say there's a liquidity problem coming? Well, Darren Moore Jr. tweeted out earlier today, liquidity is being sucked out of the system. This ends with a liquidity crisis. So Darren Moore points out right here that the Fed has been pulling liquidity out of the market, and he believes this could cause a liquidity crisis, the exact kind of liquidity crisis that XRP could solve. But to be fair, the Federal Reserve has been pulling liquidity out of the market for a while now, and we have not seen the crisis. So what's that big event that could set this over the top? Well, guys, just today, we had some very crazy things going on between the US and another country on the other side of the world. I don't want to mention the exact event. I don't want this video to get taken down, but the US essentially sent someone to another country, and that's going to piss off a much bigger country. Now, I do not think a physical altercation is going to happen because of this, but I could easily see this other country essentially launching an attack on our markets. Could this be the retaliation for us essentially pushing on this other country when they told us not to? Are they going to spark a liquidity crisis that could bring our markets to its knees? Is this the market event that Jimmy Valley was talking about? Guys, this is the only market event I can see playing out right now that Jimmy Valley could have predicted. It's also the only market event with a power strong enough to actually push the United States into a significant liquidity crisis. Guys, let me know what you think down in the comments below. I think this is fascinating. I think it could happen. Do I know if it's going to happen? Of course not. It's speculation, but keep your eye on this. Something big is definitely developing behind the scenes. Guys, I hope everyone has a great night. Make sure to like and subscribe. It really means so much. And for now, Mickle out.